Hey everyone, so I'm going to try to make this video as quick as possible. So I'm a first-time mother and I've been having some issues with my baby's feeding. I do both breastfeed and I bottle feed him formula. And I've noticed with that he's wetting a lot of diapers, and it's like he's not his stomach's not staying full for very long because he's constantly hungry. And he wakes up like 2-3 times throughout he was waking up 2 or 3 times throughout the night, and it was really hard on me, especially with the fact that I am a single mother. So yeah, now he's 4 months and I've been doing this for about a month now, and I'm telling you, if the results weren't good, I would not be posting this video. But this thing is really amazing. So yeah, I just thought I'd share it with everyone who is curious about thickening baby formula with arrowroot flower. So I did a little bit of research myself before starting this routine with my baby, and so I'm just gonna share a few of the points that I picked up that I thought are really important, and then I'm going to show you guys how to make this. So, arrowroot flour is kind of like cornstarch, but it's far better than cornstarch because, well, for a baby, because first things first is you don't want to give your baby corn products before 6 months of age. You can get into those reasons and Google it. For the most part, what I've seen is that babies could have an allergic reaction to it. So staying away from corn products is very important. Not only with the allergic reactions, another thing is that cornstarch is made from corn, of course, and a lot of the corn these days are genetically modified. So cornstarch is being made from corn that is genetically modified, and you don't want to be giving GMO products to your child. Whereas arrowroot flour, the process of obtaining it today in modern days is practically the same as it's been traditionally. So yeah, there's no genetic modification for the most part. It is hard to find. I looked all over in a bunch of stores, Walmart, whatnot, and I couldn't find it, and I ended up having to go to Bulk Barn to get the arrowroot flour, which here it is. I got a huge bag and I just store it in a plastic container for easy access. So yeah, first point is cornstarch. It's not a good idea, but this is similar to cornstarch. Arrowroot flour is also known as arrowroot powder or arrowroot starch. It's like cornstarch again, but it's derived from a tropical plant, and it has many healing benefits. So let's get into the making of it. So what I basically do is, let me turn on this light here, I hope it helps. To make it, you'll need 1 small pot. If you like to use measuring cups, 1 cup. It makes it a lot easier for me. 1 cup of water, previously boiled. So, previously boiled and cooled. 1 cup, 1 measuring cup, just a regular tablespoon is what I use. I couldn't tell you exactly how much. I just kind of scoop it like that and throw it in the measuring cup. So yes, you'll need a pot, 1 cup measuring cup, your arrowroot flour, of course, and some previously boiled and cooled water. So adding the 1 tablespoon of arrowroot flour to the cup and filling the cup with the previously boiled but cooled water to the top or as high as possible, and then you're just gonna stir it in. You can feel on the bottom when everything's all stirred in to the pot. So I probably should have done this before. You're going to turn your pot on medium, but because I've taken too long, I want it to heat a little quicker, I'm going to turn it up a little higher and then turn it back down to medium. So it's 1 tablespoon of the arrowroot flour to 1 cup of previously boiled but cooled water. And I'm just going to go ahead and throw that in the pot. The reason why you want to stir it together first before and not just boiling the water in the pot and throwing the arrowroot flour in is because it becomes chunky. It's gonna look like tapioca consistency if you throw the arrowroot flour in already hot water. So that's why I add it to the cold water first and then. So yeah, what I basically do is I put it in the pot and I stir around so that, just keep stirring. As you can see, it's starting to thicken already because I had it up a little bit high, but I turned the heat back down to medium. And you're just gonna, I know the noise is disgusting, but yeah, you're just gonna run the spoon through the bottom of the pot. It's probably best not to use a one of those non-stick pots. Just like a saucepan, and you're just gonna run the spoon through it to make sure it's not getting chunky and to keep it thin. It gets thick pretty quickly, so you're not going to have to do this for long. And see, the one thing that you want to look out for while doing this, probably just finish this first. As you can see, it's a little bit white. You want it to look clear. So if it's white, you just keep adding a little bit of the previously boiled water and stirring it around until it looks clear. And that's the finished result. If you want a little thicker, then you can just keep stirring it around a bit. It just looks like a gel. Okay, so now that this is done, what you want to do is best that you store it right away. You don't leave it on the stove to cool. So I store it in a glass container. I've already done 1 batch. So after it's cooled from sitting, it's going to look like this. but you're gonna refrigerate this. So even after it's refrigerated, I'm gonna just show you how to make a bottle with it. Sorry, I'm gonna show you how to make a bottle with it so that you are making it the right way. You can just give me a minute. So what I basically do is I add, right now my son is drinking about 4 to 5 ounces of formula. So I add just under an ounce, about 30 milliliters of the flour. Sorry. About 30 milliliters of the flour to a bottle. It's not going to be this runny after you refrigerate it, so you're not going to have to worry about having to go through what I'm going through right now. You're just going to cut it up in kind of like chunks with your spoon and just throw it in there. So there I have about an ounce, or just under an ounce, of the prepared arrowroot flour. I'm gonna rinse off the bottle. And once the water is boiled, you're just gonna fill it up to wherever you need to fill up your formula. It's probably, if you're making less formula, like 3 ounces or 2 ounces, it's probably best that you add less of the arrowroot flour, the prepared arrowroot flour. So I think this should be done about now. Yes, so I add about 1 ounce for 5, I would say about 5 ounces of formula. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna add the boiled water to it, the hot boiled water. Cover your bottle anyhow you can and shake it up. Sorry. Just bear with me, sorry. Yes. So, and shake it up. It's gonna look runny just like water, but it's thicker. Right? And then you're gonna add however many scoops of formula it is that you add to it after it's all shaken up. If it's been refrigerated and it's a little more solid than it is now, it's not gonna be totally solid. It's just gonna be like a thicker gel. You still, once adding the hot water, you still need to shake it until it's completely dissolved. And then add your formula, shake it up, and it's ready for your child to feed with.